Okay, we are back broadcasting. So I'm going to check to make sure everyone is checked up. We've already had qualifying. Everyone is checked up except for Gloucester 1. And we will wait for that to happen. And he is checked up, and now we are starting. So we are going to begin launch. We have 16 laps of Daytona. Good luck, everybody. It has been quite the, it never fails how intense running these races are. And I'm excited that we finally got through that. Here we go, WEC Racing League, race 1 of round 2 at Daytona. And I forgot to spectate. So I will pull off the track here. Hopefully it doesn't boot me. And I apologize, but there's a lot going on at any given time. So I am now spectating, and we are in lap 1. We have 21 cars going through as Forza Fun as Z-Cadet, getting a little close there. And we are going to ride along with Forza Fun. It happens to be on him, and that's going to be just fine. So far, from what I've seen, everything looks like it's clean. Getting through as I got a view of Popcorn and Eastie right now. Eastie probably relegated back a little bit in the first turn or so, as he had a better qualifying position than that. So we are running through here through the West Horseshoe as they come around to, it looks like about turn 6 before they go on to the first banking section of Daytona. So Kart Racer, Dragon, and Shays all running about mid-pack. Let's jump up to the front and see who is at the front of this race, as Scarhand is, yeah, he's running by himself as Tech Q is right behind him. Let's bounce back to, say, Orion in 3rd place, and he is running a livery very similar to Tech Q as Eagle Eye 4th, and it looks like Karos in 5th. So Karos was running the Ferrari, but now it looks like he is in a, is that a Ford? Nope, he is still in a Ferrari, so my mistake. So Karos in a Ferrari, as he said he would. All cars now on the back banking starting to get spread out a bit, and using the draft as they come down, as we see Float in 8th place. And a very nice looking livery here on the Ferrari of Karos, black. It looks like a gun black, looks very good. Love how he has that painted there. And as we see the drivers come through turn 1, and oh, I see tires flying. Somebody must have hit the tire wall there, as tires were put onto the circuit. And I don't know who to run with at this moment. We have so many cars. We're going to take a look back here at Kart Racer in 10th and see his progress, as he is behind Eastie. Eastie probably had a bit of a moment in the first lap, as he has been relegated to farther back in the top 10. As Kart Racer is under serious pressure from Forza Fun. Kart Racer last week, or 2 weeks ago, had a very nice podium finish at the Road America race. And now we see Kart Racer putting the power down, everything he's got in that GT, as it's Ford versus Ferrari here at Daytona. This is really the settling in race, as the first race 2 weeks ago was kind of, oh, we got a driver, cow molester, up on the wall, makes contact, losing a ton of top speed there. It's going to relegate him several positions, as we are on board, not on board, but with Kart Racer number 94 in the Ford GT, and he is now up behind Eastie. So Eastie has been able to get by him, and Forza Fun just behind Kart Racer there. So let's go back to the front here. We're going to go to 5th place, back with Karos, and I see Claim under pressure from Float, and a whole host of other drivers rolling down through the banking into turn 1. Now this turn 1, it's very tricky. We've got at least one driver in the pits, so you are permitted to pit on lap 2. And as we see, Karos getting really sideways there. ETR Float with Easty and Kart Racer in quick chase. As he lays on the brakes, you can see his brake rotors glowing there as he heats those brakes up as he exits the turn 3 heading to the kink. Now this kink, very fast. You got to get this right. Easy to get it wrong and go off the circuit and lose a lot of spots. So looks like Karos gets through there. All the drivers get through there well. Again, there's penalty times for each driver if you go outside of track limits. So Easty pressuring Float. We're going to take a look back at Easty and his efforts to pressure ETR Float. So ETR Float, the only representative of that club here today, as we see F20R Easty now right up on the backside of Float. Is there going to be a move going into the bus stop? It looks like Easty has maybe a drive. These are pretty equally matched cars, but Easty has the inside. This is an easy way to get a penalty here if you get pushed offline. They're side by side. Going into the bus stop, this can be tricky. Easty cuts. I think he may have gained a penalty. Oh, and Float spins hard and is off circuit. That, I don't know what happened there. I don't think it was contact. He may have got up on the grass, but he has suffered an extreme position loss there as Kart Racer and Forza Fun, followed by, I wasn't sure who that last car was, benefactors of his spin. So let's jump up front to Tech Q in 3rd place, who's in a podium position, now fighting with another driver who looks like Orion. So 2 Ferrari sister cars, same paint job, side by side, trying to work together to run down Scarhand in the Ford GT. Now we have seen that the Ford GT is the dominant car if tuned properly and driven consistently. So now we have Ford, Ferrari, Ford, top 4. As Eagle Eye in the GT running 4th, and the 5th place a little farther back. So it looks to me like these top 4 drivers are settling in to their positions and trying to build their rhythm as they work their way out of turn 6 onto the banking, where a draft is essential here to really hold a good lap time. So it looks like really the first group of 4 have made a break, and we're going to be looking at AXR Karos in 5th place. As he leads the second group. So AXR Karos leading. Look at this. Easty challenging Karos here. AXR versus F20R. Easty gets a little sideways, loses the drive complete. He's probably going to suffer no, looks like he's able to get back on the gas, so Karos fends him off. Not going to surrender a position easily there. And Kart Racer salivating, seeing an opportunity as Forza Fun also has him within his sights, looking to clean up any mess ahead of him. So let's jump back in the pack. Look, actually, we got to stay here as Easties again with the power of the GT around the outside, but Karos with the inside line, better braking stability, but he gets pushed out, outbrakes himself, and Easty pushes him into a mistake. And that is going to be tough for Karos to swallow, as he knows that was probably driver error there. He's going to have to regain himself and push forward, as now he's taking pressure from another GT right behind him. Again, Karos, my dark horse prediction for a podium at the beginning, so I'm eating my words there. But I do believe that he will recover from that in race 2 and able to put out a solid performance. So now that these cars are settling in, I'm pretty sure the top 3, look at this Eagle Eye, now in 3rd, as, is it Tech Q actually we have Easty 4th, so we have a pit. So it looks like Tech Q is in the pits. So he has decided to take his pit. We're gonna bounce back to 12th place of Shades. we're going to look for anything here where a battle might be brewing. It looks like, I know Shades here has a different livery. I don't think it has loaded. So Forza has not loaded its livery. I know that he is not running a bare naked livery because I've seen his paint job several times. So we've seen this before where Forza does not always load the livery, so that's misfortunate. But anyways, these cars are spread out quite a bit. Popcorn, I was singing his praises earlier in the race. He's now in 14th place. I want to take a look at his progress as he is right behind, I can't tell if it's what driver it is, but it looks like Stixie. So Popcorn, another driver with a livery that did not load due to the game. We've had a lot of malfunctions with the game loading liveries and whatnot. So that's very misfortunate. But Popcorn putting pressure all over the backside of Stixie, F20R Stixie. So we got two F20R guys going head to head as they run down into the International Horseshoe Turn 3. And Popcorn able to look up the inside. Is he going to push Stixie out wide? No, Stixie's able to hold that, and they look like they will maintain their position as they run into the very fast kink, heading down into the West Horseshoe, which is Turn 5. And Popcorn lock up the brakes a little bit there, and he's going to look back up the inside, but nothing is there. The door is quickly closed by Mr. F20R Stixie. Let's take a look ahead at Veloster 1, who's in 11th place at the moment, and he is all over the backside of the Ford GT of Flying Papers. But I see the GT probably putting some distance on the banking of Veloster 1, but maybe Veloster 1 in the Ferrari with better handling should probably reel him back in on the entrance and exit of the bus stop as they are approaching now. Let's keep on with these two as they approach the bus stop, as they are both hard on the brakes. Veloster 1 entering a little bit sideways, probably got out of shape a little bit there. It's going to hurt his drive, but he's able to exit cleanly. They're not going to be able to put anything on his driver in front of him, which was Flying Papers. So let's take a look at Float, who took a spin earlier. He is now all over the back of Forza Fun, but he is dropped into pits. So we will look at Forza Fun's progress. He is not under any pressure since Float has gone into the pit. So Forza Fun currently in 7th place, doing a nice job of top 10 there for him. As Karos trying to recover from a bit of an incident and currently in 6th place. So let's take a look at our first place driver, which is AXR Orion. He is now ahead of Eagle Eye and Scarhand. So Scarhand, who was in first, has either suffered a mistake or maybe an incident, not sure which. Beautiful livery to him. Scarhand is one of our faithful drivers out of the UK, has participated in every WEC racing series and had extremely nice results. Eagle Eye just ahead of him, also out of the UK, and AXR Orion in first. So we got 3 drivers, British drivers, top 3, as a lot of our drivers from the US and other areas around the world are further back because of pitting strategy and so forth. So not much to see here as we are now on lap 7. We are not even at the halfway point yet. And I want to take a look at Easty, who was a podium prediction for myself. He is currently in 4th place, as he is running alone with no pressure from Kart Racer behind him. So let's see if we can find a better battle in the back here, as Tech Q has exited the pits, and he is now all over the backside of 60. So this will be a difficult situation for AXR Tech Q. He's going to have to play his cards right here, as he doesn't want to risk anything because the driver in front of him has not pitted, and AXR Tech Q's pace is going to be a little quicker. So as they come down into turn 1, let's see how he plays this. It looks like he's going to try to maybe opt for an outside line, and it's going to be side by side, hard on the brakes as they both go in. Is he going to square him up? Again, very difficult to pass there as Stixie does well to not let him by, but cleanly done. But I see AXR Tech Q not wanting to. Look at this. He makes the move now up the inside. So well done there. A slight bit of contact. No harm, no foul. Nicely done. Accomplishes his mission to push hard and maintain a final positive result with his capability. So good job to him, as he is now going to look to pass the driver of 8th position in front of him, who I do believe that's going to be Shades. So we will come back to those two. And let's take a look at Kart Racer in 5th, as he is in the GT, all running by himself. So not much to report there. Doing a great job. He's shown good consistency. And my question is when is Eagle Eye, Scarhand, and Orion going to drop into the pits? So neither one of these drivers under pressure at the moment. They are really just kind of racing the clock and trying to produce the best lap time they can. We're 16 minutes into this broadcast. This is the 3rd or 4th broadcast I've started today due to the internet dropping me. So my qualifying was completely lost. So I apologize for any of those issues that you may have missed or been disconnected. So let's take a look at Claim. Claim has been putting down some fast times, running a really nice Marlboro livery in 12th place, taking a pit, running the GT. I expect him to be putting down some really quick lap times as he's about to come across. Let's see if I can get my loop data to be lap times. So also want to give a shout out to, I have 3 viewers at the moment. Want to give a shout out to all 3 viewers. Say thank you for being here with us today at the Ford versus Ferrari Daytona race. This is round 2 again of the WEC Racing League. And the current leader in points is this man right here in the Marlboro livery. RCC Claim leading Tech Q in the Ferrari by about 2 points. So this race today is going to be a really good indication of who is really going to be in a position to challenge for the championship. So this will be the 2nd race completion today, the race day of 4 race days. So RCC Claim not putting any pressure on the driver in front of him as we speak, but I assume that will change shortly, as Stixie's pace has been a bit slower than Mr. Claim. So also want to give a shout out to a very special guest that we have with us today. Dave and Rubia from Deerfield Beach, Florida, are in the booth today watching the broadcast, so we appreciate them with us and want to give a shout out to them and all the viewers around the world. And also, not to be forgotten, we want to give a big special hello to their son Dylan, who is going into 3rd grade this year, and a very smart kid and fun to be around. So welcome to that family. Hope you're enjoying the race. So back to the racing, as we see Claim now starting to gain on Stixie. Stixie not making it easy for him, but I don't see this materializing in the next lap. So we are going to take a look farther back at VMEX, who's in 17th. Did not have a good qualifying, ran a dirty lap, was put at the back of the grid, but he is not currently running at the back of the grid. So currently VMEX in 17th place with 20 total drivers here. Let's take a look at Dragon. We haven't had much time to spend with Dragon. As you can see, the F20R livery was created by Dragon and produced and provided to all the F20R drivers. Unfortunately, the Forza server was not able to load at least 3, it looks like, of those liveries for the drivers of that club. So very unfortunate for the opportunity to see those liveries, and very pleasing to the eye and fun to take pictures of. Unfortunately, we don't have that, so maybe we can have those reloaded for race 2. We'll see. But in the meantime, F20R Dragon, 15th place, circulating the course. I do believe he's already taken a pit stop, so he is looking to challenge Cal Molester, who has been another very consistent Ferrari driver. And let's just take a look at him at the moment as he is staring down the backside of Float's GT. No, I'm sorry. Yes, Float's GT, which is expected to have a bit more pace in the straights. So as they approach the bus stop here, is Cal going to be able to make any progress on float? As nicely done there. Penalty time. I don't have access to the penalty time, so I really can't comment on penalty time and who has what penalty time. But what I can comment on is lap times. I'm seeing 53s, I'm seeing 52s, I'm seeing 54s. They're kind of all over the place. I'm looking for any 51s. There's a, look at that. We have a 52-1, a 51-6 from Eagle Eye, a 51-9 from Tech Q. So we are now lap 11 of 16. So let's take a look at our AXR Orion first place driver. As usual, I am going to do an on-lap commentary of his race as he comes down into, actually now he is right going into the bus stop. So we're going to go on board with him and we will ride with him for one full lap as he has exited the bus stop and now back onto the banking. He is full gas through here. He will reach the top speed of around 177 miles an hour. And we will ride with him all the way through for one full lap. We will call it as we see it. So now, here we come. Up on the final corner here, up to the start straight finish. You can see the right side over the start straight finish. Right now, going into turn one, gets up on the banking, comes down hard on the brake, try to get a straight line as much as possible going into the braking, trail braking, hitting the apex of turn two there. Accelerating hard, a slight bend to the right, slight bend back to the left as we come up into turn three, the International Horseshoe. A little bit of off camera here. You got to get back on the power early to maximize your speed for the kink, as he does do that there, as he is now full gas, will not lift for this kink coming up. Kind of a all balls to the wall here as he runs it all the way out. Hard on the brakes, looking to come back and kiss the inside of this apex here, back onto the gas, extending himself all the way down into turn 5, where he will now be, the slopes down slightly. You got to come up, kiss the inside of that white line, a little bit of car unsettled sliding there as you get back on the gas, settling into the banking. Now full gas, probably in 4th gear right now, getting ready to shift it to 5th. And as he is working his way along the banking, coming up to where we originally picked him up into the bus stop. This is the trickiest part of the track, folks. We're going to follow along as he hits the Daytona side on the right side here. Brakes right there. 3-1. Is it 2 downshifts? About maybe 2 there. Back on the gas.